Pardon, monsieur. Do you have a light?
Oui, monsieur.
Thanks very much, that's brilliant. That is just what I wanted. Yeah, fantastic.
Media.
Hello, and welcome to the Media channel. I'm your host, William Hugh. Now, I do a lot of indoor videoing, so I need some sort of light source. The problem is, I live in a permanent state of what the British call skintness, i.e. I'm broke. So any light solution I come up with has to be cheap. So what I've been using up to now is this. It's a bit of flex and a plug, which I found off an old Hoover that no longer works. And this is attached to a bulb holder I bought in a pound shop. Now I believe you have similar shops in America called Dollar Tree. Well, that's the sort of place. So this cost me £1. I attached the cable, I put in a compact fluorescent light bulb, and Bob is your father's brother. And there we have it, a light source. Now it provides light, but it does have several drawbacks. The light is not easy to mount. Unless you've got something handy to hang the cable over, you're pretty much out of luck. The light is not very directional. There's no obvious way to aim it. It simply spreads light out in every direction. There's no easy way to change colour by using gels. There always seems to be a gap left where white light can sneak out, and anyway the gels simply fall off. And you have to be very gentle when you handle them because they're not very robust. And one decent knock could land you in big trouble. So I did a bit of thinking and I came up with a solution. And the solution is this. It's directional. Just aim it where you want the light to be. And you can mount it anywhere. The edge of a door, for example. Or the back of a chair. An existing light stand. A curtain pole, or even the curtain itself. Coloured gels are simplicity itself to apply with just a bit of sellotape. And they can take a fair old knock or two without blowing up in your face. And here's the best bit. To convert my old bulb on a bit of wire to this cost me only £2. And this is how I did it. Right, well, before we start, let's have a disclaimer. If you choose to construct one of these, understand that you do so at your own risk. So if you electrocute yourself to a crisp or burn your house down as a result, it's your own fault, not mine. So there. Right, so having got that out of the way, this is what you'll need. The bulb holder flex and plug, a cheap plastic food container, this one cost me £1 from a pound shop, a heavy duty spring clamp, I got 3 of these for £1 from a pound shop, a couple of cable ties, some kitchen foil, which I already had in the kitchen, and a compact fluorescent light bulb, which I also already had. And note that it must be a compact fluorescent light bulb. Do not use any sort of filament incandescent bulb. They are far too hot and will melt your food container. And now you've got all the bits, this is what you do. Remove the collar from the bulb holder and use it as a sort of stencil to draw a hole in the side of your open food container. Using a sharp knife, carefully cut around the hole you have drawn and trim it until it comfortably accepts the collarless bulb holder. Once the holder's in place, replace the collar and screw down tightly. Then when it's solidly fixed, add your compact fluorescent light bulb. Now take the lid of the food container and a spring clamp. Place the clamp in position on the lid and mark 4 points of contact around the business end of the clamp. We now need to turn these points into holes. Now when I tried this with a drill, I cracked the lid. And I found that the easiest way to do this was with a hot soldering iron, like this. Now it's simply a matter of fixing the clamp to the outside of the lid with a couple of cable ties. Tighten them until solid and clip off the excess. Finally, cut a piece of kitchen foil to size and sellotape inside the lid as a reflector. Now simply attach the lid back to the box and you're done. You are now the proud owner of your very own media lamp. So there you go, how to make some very handy video lights for not a lot of cash. And you know, there's no limit to how powerful you can make these lights. For example, in this box, I fitted 2 bulbs and I put a dimmer on the line. But there's no need to stop at 2 bulbs. In fact, the upper limit only depends on how big the box you've chosen is. If you need a really, really big light, then get a really, really big box. Put lots of bulbs in it. Go crazy. Well, that's all from me, but I'll see you here next time on the Media Channel.
Media.